Okay, so let's see. So when did you start? You went to school for business. Did you start a business right away? You said you went into IT. When did you kind of start thinking about, owning something of your own and inventing?
Sure. And I've always had the creative mind. Initially, I wanted to get into the marketing advertising aspect, and it was a little tough again when I graduated in 2008. But I've always held that, innovative spirit, and have always came up with, whether it's funny puns for my friends or jokes, or funny commercials for businesses, or inventions, whether it's mobile applications, or in this case the roller coaster. I've always had that creative, fun, innovative spirit to me that brought me here.
And we were just talking before we went live. Do you mind showing that cool creative marketing piece you were talking about?
Sure. So this is it. This is the roller coaster. Hold a little bit closer so you can see the cool font. And so I'll talk just a quick little about it. It's come a long way in stages, but basically it's the world's only rolling drink beverage coaster. And what's great about it is it's made with this styrofoam, this really rubbery foam material that actually pushes out. So it allows you to put bottles, any size can. Actually, even one of my friends put a wine bottle in there, was able to fit that in there as well. So it's able to really hold any beverage, and you can roll it to your friends. We have a bunch of games that some of our friends and family have been using. And honestly, it's actually prevented spills. We had a couple of dogs run into tables, and every other beverage on the table spilled except for the roller coaster. So it's a lot of fun, and it's come a long way, and it's just going to get better.
Very, very cool. And you brought one of your business cards. You've got a cool saying there.
I did. We call it the Rack Pack, short for roller coaster. And if you know anything about the Rat Pack, you'll get a kick out of that.
Well, and I actually don't. I've heard about it. It's like gangsters, right? Rat Pack.
It was like Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and a bunch of those old timey singers who all used to hang out.
Okay, got it. All right, so nothing too evil there.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us your invention. I mean, so let's talk about, think way back. Share with us how, what it was like as you were maybe gathering information and thinking about, gosh, should I get a patent or not? How did you kind of educate yourself? Where did you go look to get information at that point?
So at that point, I was, originally I had kind of just been messing around with my friend's AutoCAD and his 3D printer, and it didn't really go too far. When I started looking into, I really started doing the preliminary research to see if there was anything like it, just on Google and Google Patents. And there wasn't anything out there. So I said, you know what, let's at least, I'm going to at least reach out to some local engineers and see how feasible this is. So after working with them and kind of moving along, I started looking at it and said, hey, in parallel, I would love to protect myself, even though it's in the earlier stages. I don't want someone to jump ahead of line and pull it out from right under me, so to speak. So that's when I started looking, for patent lawyers, and I read some reviews, and yours came up. And just the Google reviews, and it had so many just shining reviews. I couldn't help but at least reach out and take a look. And that's when I decided to give you a call.
Excellent. And as you were starting that process, did you, I mean, not necessarily with our firm, but did you have any major barriers or concerns or things that you were worried about as you kind of got started on that process in hiring us or kind of getting started?
Sure. Signing the NDA with the engineers, that protects you so much. And they kept saying, it's not really worthwhile to get the patent, and, you should really focus your money on, engineering it and getting it out there, and no one's probably going to take your idea. And, after putting all this time and money, I just said, well, I don't want to take that chance. You know, I don't want that risk. And so that's why I said, well, you know, I work, you know, full-time job otherwise. So, you know, I was financially able to, you know, kind of at least investigate both at the same time in parallel. In the way that my now fiance puts it is, you know, a lot of people, you know, grow up, they put their money into restoring cars or, you know, tricking out their, you know, whatever, or other hobbies. You know, I never really did that too much, except for, you know, some investing. But so this is my side hobby.
Yeah.
And it's been great. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. And hopefully it's more than a hobby. So tell
More
us
than a hobby. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Knock on wood.
Going to market. So have you sold any? What is the plan to sell?
Sure. So I'll be honest, originally I had been going through, as I mentioned, the engineers who had helped me build all the prototypes. And the unfortunate thing is they were great getting me to the point where, you know, I could patent it and it was just how I liked. However, the manufacturing per unit really wasn't close to where I wanted to get. So actually through one of your networks, I was able to reach out to two gentlemen, and they've been able to really work with their engineers to say, hey, can we get the same kind of quality product to where we can actually sell it and make a profit? And sure enough, you know, it took a little tinkering and a lot of research on their side, but we've gotten there, and have just finished manufacturing the first 3,000 at the price point we want. It's actually, I think, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean as we speak, and should be here in the next couple of weeks, and ready to go on Amazon stores and through my website as well. So,
congratulations! That is so cool. I actually didn't know that. Thank you for that update.
Yeah.
So in that vein, so Amazon, tell us why you picked Amazon and any foreseeable concerns or opportunities that you like there.
For sure. You know, as many you know in this business are aware, you know, Amazon has been known here and there to kind of borrow some ideas and label it as Amazon Basics and things like that. You know, I had actually reached out through some other you know, vendors, and I went to some local liquor stores and party stores, and I've done some sales here and there and to friends, but really to get it on the market, people just say, hey, listen, I don't, you know, have cash on me now, but I've got Amazon Prime, and you know, it'll be there in 2 days, and you know, I just think it's a great opportunity. And actually, through one of your workshops, you had mentioned insurance. And that's actually something, you know, once it goes on their platform, I'm going to be definitely investigating, just as an extra layer of protection to myself on top of the patents.
That is great. And one thing that comes up a lot, and I know you have worked with Matt on our team on the trademark side. Tell us how that's going to be able to help you, you know, as you go in the market.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, it was a funny story. Just originally trying to figure out, you know, what the best name would be, because as you know, in trademarks, to get it registered, it can't be a descriptor of the product. So I couldn't label it rolling coaster because that would be a descriptor, right? Obvious. But what he said you can do is you can say, oh, well, if you actually wanted to hyphenate it. And so we ended up doing that, and we were still a little bit iffy as to whether the you know, trademark, you know, register would get it registered and say that's okay. Sure enough, they gave the thumbs up. And I really think it's just clever, right? It roller coaster, you know, it sounds cool. It's very unique. You know, there's nothing like it.
Wonderful. Now you did say you have a website and there's a place for you to make direct sale. Go ahead and give a quick plug to their company and where we can find that product.
Absolutely. And again, it'll be on Amazon soon, so you'll be able to look it up on there. But currently, you can purchase it on rollercoaster.net. No hyphens, no spaces, any other characters. And it'll have the full, you know, fulfillment. So returns, you know, customer service, everything like that. But feel free to check it out. And it's got lots of cool pictures and game ideas and everything like that.
Wonderful. Well, again, congrats. Before we wrap up, we got a final question here. Thinking back to, you know, the work you've done with us, any final thoughts about the team here at Bold?
I just have to say, all around all-star team. Everyone on the team is MVP in my book. You, Huda, Christine, just everyone from day one. I couldn't have got the level of service and satisfaction through anyone else, I believe. And honestly, I'm not just boosting you up. It's been true. You've helped me network with the people that have helped me bring it to where I am today. And honestly, couldn't suggest a better place. You guys have been by far the best part, the easiest part of this whole experience. So, been loving it.
Thank you, David. That's such kind words. I appreciate that very much. I will. It's nice to know that. It's not obviously we're working hard to make sure it's a good patent and a good trademark. But what you said about the networking, I mean that's your story. The fact that you're excited about landing this 3,000 ship unit. We're hoping you see true market success, right? We don't want you to just get the patent. We want to have you make money and then some with it.
Absolutely.
Encouraging. So we'll have to have you back for an update, and maybe in as short as a few months or a year, maybe, to see how things are going once that new product hits. And we'll talk about marketing and how things are going with the business in the future.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
absolutely.
We'll wrap up the recording here. So just this quick second. Unless there's anything else you want to say on the record.
Go bold, go IP, or go bold patents.
Go big, go bold.
Go big, go bold.
Yeah.